Thank you. Some things people just refuse to share, or some things that somebody could do can instantly irk you. I'm sure traffic could be at the top of all our lists, right? Matter of fact, I was just dropping off my son to school this morning, and we was at the four-way stop, and it's traffic, so cars coming. So we all know when you get there, boom, you let somebody go, and then you go next, right? The two that's going this way, two going this way. This car in front of me, um, let three cars go, not two, three. So I was like, get out of the way, right? Y'all know what I wanted to say, but instant, right? But you ever wonder, then when I drove past them, they looked at me like I'm crazy, right? Some of the stuff that instantly ticks us off don't bother somebody else at all, or vice versa. Something that somebody else does, right? Don't bother you, bother them, right? Um, I wrote this down. Some of us can turn all the way up, by the way, right? Right? Or you could turn something in, you be asking somebody, yo, why you tripping? Right? I wrote this down. Discontentment. Discontentment, right? Anybody know what discontentment means? Right? Some people are real life content with the things that you are not content with, which is why I came up with discontentment. Some people are real life good with some stuff that you'd be like, oh, no, ain't no way, right? Right? Matter of fact, ask an entrepreneur to go back to work. Boy, ain't no way, right? Right? Name some stuff in your life. You drop it in the chat. Name some stuff in your life that somebody might do that you would be like, ain't no way that's happening, right? Right? Some people ain't taking you raising their voice. Ain't some people ain't no disrespect. There's no disrespect. Like, ain't no way, right? All right. But discontentment means the condition of being dissatisfied with one's life or situation. That's discontentment, right? The condition of being dissatisfied with one's life or situation. Anybody got some discontentment going on? You're not satisfied with your life or your current situation? I got some, right? So yes, yes. Anybody got some stuff you just look, I'm dissatisfied with this right now, right? I wrote this like this. God will make us unsettled in areas in our life that we once settled for. Good morning, Erica. Let me say it again. God will make us unsettled. Ooh, I can't sit still no more. If I can, ain't no way I'm doing that no more, right? Right? Me eating pork and beef, ain't no way. I'm gonna go hungry before I do that, right? God will make us unsettled in some areas in our life that we previously, air quotes, settled for. You can use relationship, right? Some things that we used to settle for, get in a new relationship, boy, ain't no way. Yes, yes, right? Here's the thing I wrote. Discontentment is about the most unique thing about us as individuals. When we all different in a certain way, discontentment is probably the most unique thing about us as individuals. Some stuff that I ain't no way, somebody else would be like, it ain't that bad. Some people would be like, and some people be like, cool, I ain't tripping, right? Right? Um, there's a book, there's a book out there called The Purpose Driven Life. We talked about it before on here, right? Um, let me say it like this, off the nose, off the nose. The unique thing about what irks you, Rick Warren, there you go, right? The unique thing about what irks you, the unique thing about what aggravates you, right, is a direct reflection of your unique assignment, your unique purpose. The thing that makes you bet, some of the things that makes you instantly is a reflection of your assignment or your gift or something, right? Right? Think about that. Things that somebody who turns up when you leave a sock on the floor is somebody who reflects, likes it neat and clean, right? Somebody who gets so mad that you take a long time to get ready. They like to be on time, right? right? Your things that uniquely aggravate you is a direct reflection of your unique assignment, right? Or purpose. The things, no shots, man. The things that you're not settling for in life, right? For some people, as far as the train may go for them, right? Some things that you'll be like, ain't no way. Some people will be like, yeah, that's just the way life is, right? Your purpose and my purpose is a answer to your particular problem. Got me? Your purpose and my purpose is our different purposes is an answer to a particular problem. Things that aggravate, how did I write this? Things that aggravate you are the problems that you need to actually solve, right? Things that aggravate you, you don't like traffic, leave earlier, right? Right? In fact, I wrote it like this: two people can walk into the room at the same time. Two people can walk into a room at the exact same time. One person can see tons of things wrong with it. The other person might not see nothing. Real talk, right? Two people. I seen on Instagram one time. It was one of those skits. A couple is walking, holding hands, and girl was on the phone just doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And the guy is looking all around, looking for the exit door, looking at that could be a threat. This, that. Two people can walk in a situation at the exact same time, right? And somebody can see everything wrong with it. Somebody else can see nothing wrong with it, right? To the Bible, to the Bible, to the Bible. One of my favorite stories, and y'all know it, is the David and Goliath story. 1 Samuel 17, all right? Whole story of David and Goliath. Goliath, this big old giant, bullying everybody. Anybody got a big giant that might be bullying you? I ain't talking about a person, it could be a thing, right? And people, real life, just got used to him being around, right? This aggravated David so much so that he willing to step up and say, man, you know what? Give me some rocks and a slingshot. Let me go handle this, right? Debo. Some people, some people seen Friday, right? You ain't seen Friday, you about to be lost. People was used to Debo pulling up, and I'm just going, he's showing up, take off your stuff, right? To the point Craig got tired of that, right? Right? You think about it, story of David Goliath, it wasn't even his job, right? It wasn't even his job to take down. He had a whole nother assignment. It wasn't even his job to take down Goliath. But God put him on a mission and made it his assignment. It frustrated him so much, it didn't bother nobody else. Translation, your job, Yaku, Adrian, your job may not be to be the superstar or the manager or the leader, right? Right? Because we all want to be that. We all want to be the star, right? But our assignment might be our unique purpose, right? Somebody could be, put it like this: your seed is off my nose. Somebody could actually have the resources that you need. I mean, I'm sorry, somebody can have the resources that somebody else need to change the world. They got all the gift, the talent, the effort, the time. They speak well, they do whatever, right? Right? But you might not be the person that have it, but you might have the seed that sparks the whole generation, right? It was not even David's job, but it was his assignment. Got me? Speaking of which, right? I wrote this. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. There is no excuse for you not living up to your full potential. Cardiac, Phil, David, guarded. There's no excuse. I'm putting this in all caps this morning. There is no excuse, none, for you not living up to your fullest potential. You can say, "Hey, I came from a single home. Hey, I'm divorced. Hey, hey." There's no excuse for you not living up to your full potential. Yes, yes. Think about that this morning. Matter of fact. Ooh, and I said this before. The word potential. I remember when I was playing ball. When I was playing ball, my coach said potential means you ain't yet. That's what potential means. You ain't yet, right? But I ain't gonna say it like that. I'm gonna break it down with this example. When you're a teenager and somebody say, Jen Couture, you got a lot of potential, right? It can be looked at as a compliment. Yes, yes, Adrian, you got a lot of potential, right? Ty, you got a lot of potential when you're a teenager. Turn 45 and somebody say the same compliment to you, it hit different, right? There's no excuse for you not living up to your full potential. You talking about wasting an assignment, wasting a gift? If somebody been saying, yo, you gonna be amazing at this. I can see it in you. You've been hearing that all your childhood, and now you wake up and you 50 years old and people saying, man, you had all the potential in the world, right? Your past cannot dictate your future. You better, ooh, it solely lies with me, right? Right? If somebody say, right? If somebody say, you're gonna be a good wife. Man, you're gonna be a good husband to somebody, you 17, right? You look at it like, yeah, I'm on pace. I'm doing everything right. Turn 55, turn 60, and that same line will frustrate you. That same once was a compliment will now frustrate you. There's no excuse for you not living up to your full potential, right? Don't let the enemy sidetrack you so much so that this gift, this potential that God done put inside you, you blink, and now it's 20 years later. Anybody can think about 15 years ago, outside of Couture, who about 18, right? Right? Somebody could blink and it was 10 years. It was, matter of fact, when I always say this, the pandemic was half a decade ago. I was telling somebody the other day, I ain't gonna even say who I was telling it to. I was like, hey, if that's your excuse, if the pandemic is still your excuse, you tripping. That was half a decade ago. I don't want to hear, man, since the pandemic knocked me down, right? Right? Sidebar. If you waiting on your potential to just hit, if anybody on here just waiting on this potential to just hit, you will miss your boat. I got this gift of singing. Man, I can write, right? I can do this. I'm good with my hands. I'm right. And you just waiting on your potential to hit, you can miss your boat. You can blink, and the career could be over. You can blink, and four more people done invented that thing. Or relationships. Let's talk relationships real quick. You know how we have our list? Girl, he need to be 6'4". Fellas, she can't do this. He can't do this. They gotta have this, right? You waiting on this full potential, you can mess around and miss your boat. Now, I'm not saying settle for stuff at all, but what I'm saying is you can't sit, and I'm talking about your potential now. You can't sit around and just say, this gift of is just gonna kick in. You need to get to work, right? Right? I wrote this. You never know the potential of your seed, right? Or your purpose just by looking at it. Let that one sink in. You never know the potential of your seed or your purpose just by looking at it. Anybody put that stuff on their vision board? I promise if you do a vision board and you just post the board up on the wall and just look at it every day, nothing on it is going to come true. I promise you that, right? Right? You can pray over it. Yep. You can research it, right? But the only way for you to see that full potential come to pass is to plant it, to sow it, to put it to action. Thank you, Phil. You wrote it before I said it. You got to plant. You actually got to plant it, right? Now, Inez, I know you said speaking into existence. I believe in that. Bible says, speak those things as they are, right? Right. But if you can just speak it into existence, all of us will have the prosperity, the health, and everything in our life. You got to actually put that thing into existence. My hat is still in action. I don't know. What's your hat say?
I'm sorry. What I was trying to say is speaking is still an action. That's the start. And when we start to speak and things start moving in the atmosphere, God will then bring the resources, but at least we start speaking it first and then go on acting on it and let God move.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You got to put that stuff to work. You can mess around and have this potential for something. If you don't put it to work, right? Me and Yaku was just talking about some stuff yesterday. If we don't put it to work, it don't happen. Yes? Yes? All right? We can pray over this thing. God, you see, I put this private jet on my thing. I can research. But until I get moving on it, good luck. Right? So while we can get frustrated, right, over what our life might be missing, it's already in its rawest form. Right? While we get frustrated over certain things, it's in its rawest form. We just got to get to work. Right? Like she just said, man, that's the first step. Is speak things as though they are. Believe that this can happen. Pray to God with expectation. Yes, yes. But at the end of the day, it's not until you sow or plant, right, that you will actually ever know what it could have been. Here's what's crazy. What's crazy, Ty? Right? Here's what's crazy is you can sow and it don't grow into this Amazon. It can grow into this little thing that sparks something else. Are you good with that? Because we all want abundance and we all want overflow and we want all. What if God said that I need you to come up with this? It ain't gonna be great, but at least you sparked it. And next thing you know, 10 millionaires are born from your thought. Are you good with that? Right? Right? I'm gonna say it again. You never know the potential of your seed or your purpose just by looking at it. You gotta put some oomph, some action behind it, right? It's not until you actually sow that thing that you can see what it can turn out to be, right? For this is for people who actually frustrated, might be frustrated about their current situation and got a gift inside of you. That's all of us. That's all of us, right? Now, you might not be frustrated. You might be content. We just talked about discontentment. You might be content with where you at. But if God gave you a gift, right? Right? Look around your life. And look around your house. And I'm talking about this, your house, right? You might have seeds all over that thing. By a show of yes, yes. Anybody got a gift that they have right now that they not using? I mean, I can sing down the house and I ain't in the choir. Well, I think I can sing. Right? 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 Anybody got a thought? How about that? Anybody got a thought in their head that they ain't acted on yet? Anybody got an idea for something? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is we could tell somebody else, man, this might work for you. Right? Right? Some of us got thoughts and gifts and ideas all up in this house. Zechariah 4:10. Thank you. Means that one should not underestimate the value of starting small. Even small beginnings can lead to great things. That's a good word. That's a good word. You may have seeds all over your house, right? How about this? How many people have taken the spiritual gift test? Or matter of fact, scratch that. You could take all the personality tests and gift tests you want to. You could take all of the ones you want to, right? You ain't gonna see none of them until you sow it. Oh, this test says I'm this. Will you sow that thing? Right? Some people, real life might say, I don't have as many gifts, but I got resources. Yo, your resources might be a gift. Your seed will bless you. You giving to somebody else can bless you. Right? Let me jump on this real quick. The tithe, when you tithing, right? Me and Ty just got married, and we started saying we're gonna tie together now. Now we got to, right? Right? And we were starting to look at some of the what we got at times now, and it was like, yeah, now we together. You might want to go on over there. All right. It wasn't that much when we was right. But you start looking at how the enemy will attack for thank you. You can never outgive God, right? The enemy, ooh, somebody speak to me right now. Anybody ever struggle with the tithe, right? Struggle with giving, and then you struggle it, and then you do give out of okay, God, I'm just gonna let you have it and give, and then the enemy hits you with the more bills. Now you ain't got the money no more. Yes, yes, maybe that's me. Maybe that's just my life, right? Who just said you can never outgive God, man? Right? You not gonna see nothing in your gift. You never gonna see nothing in your talent until you sow it. Somebody on here right now saying, "Man, I ain't got nothing to give." Right? Ooh, I worked at KSBJ. No diss to them, but they big on the Enneagram test. Anybody know the Enneagram test? I don't think nothing wrong with it, but they was just big on that thing, right? Enneagram, ENNEA gram, right? Enneagram, right? If you don't know, Enneagram test is a personality type testing. A different, it's like 9 different personality types. So you might be a 3 and a 7. You might be a 1 and a, right? Right? You can take, they were so big on this test. What up, Kathy? They were so big on this test, they had us pay for this thing. So we'll all know what we are. Right? Right? Until you sacrifice those traits, those gifts, you're not gonna see nothing. You forever gonna be frustrated. Right? Know this for my people that struggle to give or sacrifice or sow, right? And I'm not just talking about finances, right? The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, right? Back to David and Goliath. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Look what happened after. Look what happened after you gave. Look what happened when you actually put that thought into, right? Right? He at the least, somebody who has an idea to start something, to create something, to move on something, and it don't go like you expect it to go, at least it's out of you. At the least it's out. Right? Right? We don't all the time have to sow something and get $100 million back. At least you've done that thing. Right? Anybody ever done something and was just like, I'm just glad I did it. Right? So when you while you living and playing it safe in our life, because you anybody playing it safe? Where my safe players at? Right? Anybody in it, right? We got some porch jumpers, some people that jump off the porch, Ty, right? Then you got the safe people, Marcus, that move. You gotta push me, right? Right? When you living playing it safe, it's because you probably thinking about what you don't want to lose, right? What you ain't got, right? For I'm talking about me now, right? Playing it safe because I got people depending on me now, right? Playing it safe because I got to take care of others' life. If it was just me, I'd jump, whatever, right? Anybody? Anybody? Talking to me. Think about how selfish that is. Think about how selfish that is. If I'm saying God gave me this gift of broadcasting or whatever your gift might be, Perry, Yaku, Adrian, Erica, Ron, whatever your gift might be, and we start thinking in our flesh like, man, I can't do this now because I got a family, right? Sound like you, Kathy? Man, I can't. I used to have this ideal of doing this, but man, I got this instead. Think about, just flip the coin, how selfish that is. Think about how God really looking at us when we start saying, and because in our flesh we thinking, no, I'm doing this for the kids, bro. I'm pounding this payment on a job that I can't stand to keep this roof over these kids' heads. Right? Sound like what an honorable thing. Man, God could be looking at that like you selfish. Oh, I gave you something that's gonna change the world. And you got that chain tucked in because Debo coming. Yep. Yep. Think about that. How selfish is your gift that you holding to your family that you think you protect? The enemy cold-blooded, right? Right? Now I'm I can say it again like this. I ain't making nobody get off this Zoom and quit their job. Not saying that. Not saying that at all. I ain't making it all. I ain't telling you to go in there and break up with him or her because of it. I'm not saying that, right? I'm just saying playing it safe can be tucking in. I should have changed it. Here come Debo tucking in. I should have made that the title, right? Tucking it in, nothing's gonna grow from that. Keeping that money in your pocket and not sowing it because it's God's money anyway, not finna make you more fruitful. And then when you ask for God for the blessing, he'd be like, it's in your pocket. I think. This is where you left it, right? Right? You can use all of the real world analogies. Why you think it rain? Why you think stuff grow? Why you think the weeds grow in your yard after it rain? Right? Stuff been planted. You got to actually put some water on that thing, right? Right? The enemy got us so boxed in, right? The enemy got some of us so selfish, right? That we'll actually box everybody else in around us. Sound like anybody? Right? The enemy will have us thinking, this is all I got, so I'm not giving none of it. Keep it for yourself, and it harms everybody else and you because you don't grow too. Enemy cold blooded. Because you don't want to get up earlier and go the extra mile. My sleeper enters, right? If that's a phrase, right? Right? You really don't want to go out. You like to procrastinate. You afraid. Talking to me right now. I got everybody else boxed in because I'm afraid. Sound like anybody on here? Right? I'm on a fixed income. All I got is this. I can't give. I can't do nothing because this is all I got. Well, guess what? This is all you ever gonna have. Right? Right? I worked hard for this. I'm doing everything to protect it. God might be saying this is just a temporary season. Trust me. Right? Right? Flip side of that. Flip side of that. Some of us um will block somebody else or box somebody else in out of fear from their own gift. Right? Nobody on here. But anybody ever told you, man, I don't know. Sound good, but bro, I got real life family that be like, we we don't do that. Right? I got real life family out of fear trying to protect me. Yo, we can't do that. Right? Husbands and wives will do that. Facts. Facts. Man, get you a spouse that'll say, let's go. Buckle up. Right? Right? But sometimes it could be you. Your loved ones around you, they could be doing it out of protection. They don't realize they taking the oomph off your gift. They boxing you in. They keeping you on this fixed, right? I wrote it like this. You can't do this. You can't go there, right? Can't support you. You don't need to step out, right? Because of what might happen. Think about that. Real reason a lot of us frustrated is probably because something else. Think about why you're frustrated now. Maybe in your life, maybe in your relationship, maybe in your finances, maybe in your health, right? Some of us got ailments here and there and won't do nothing to change it. Doctor says, yo, lay off the sodium. You still seasoning up. Man, I can't eat this. I can't, it's too bland. This what got you there, right? Some of us can't lose the weight because we can't put down the carbs, right? Right? too afraid of what you may encounter. Let's go back to the Bible. 1 Kings 19:19. 1 Kings 19:19. This is an old one. Or Shipley's. Man, see, now I got to go to. I can't. I forgot Ty on here. I can't go to Shipley's right now. 1 Kings 19:19. Let's go there, Adrian Inez, if you got that. Verse 19 says this. So Elijah went from there and found Elisha, son of Shaphat. Hope I said that right. He was plowing with 12 yokes of oxen, and he himself was driving the 12th pair. Right? Elijah went up to him and threw his cloak around him. Right? I wrote this down. Y'all ever heard of fake it till you make it? Right? Right? Elijah's son was not posing by that thing. Some of us like to do that. I'm gonna use real world terms, right? He wasn't posting like I'm all that. He was actually putting in that work. Some of us in our life like to pose by it or post like we doing something. Good morning, may God bless you in your life. Trust God, do and go right back to our fear, right? Some of us will speak life into somebody else and won't move on our own life. Yes, yes, right? Bible says he was plowing with 12 yokes. He himself was driving one or plowing with one. Yes, yes, putting in work for real, right? I wrote this. If not plowing and preparing the seed or the gift or the thought or giving it somewhere to go, you tripping. You ain't out here with this gift that you got, this thought that you might have. It could be a whack one, y'all. How many whack thoughts we've seen show up in a, come on, man. Even hit artists make a flop every now and then. Even Will Smith made Wild Wild West. Terrible movie, right? 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 If you're not plowing or preparing your seed, whatever that is, let me go back to finances. Whatever that is, some of us in real life have extra and ain't gave to nobody. Some of us real life have extra and ain't gave to nobody. Some of us in our head will have something and say, I ain't got nothing. So I ain't giving. Let me stop. Right? Right? If you're not plowing or preparing your seed or your gift or your idea or your thought, giving it somewhere to grow, you tripping. What's up, Armand? Right? You could be frustrated in life and keep quitting. How many of us frustrated in life and keep quitting? Right? How many people on here keep switching it up? Last decade, you done tried 4, 5, 8 different things because you seen somebody else doing it. Right? Keep switching up. And then wonder, God, why my blessing? God, why this ain't taking off for me? God, like, yo, you ain't giving nothing time to grow. Right? How many of us, real talk by show of yes, yes, keep watching everybody else? Right? Right? How many of us watching everybody else wondering when it's gonna be my time? But you ain't moving. You ain't sowing. You ain't plowing. You ain't giving. You ain't whatever. When it's gonna be my time? You box yourself in. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. I wrote this down. Last thing I wrote. Man, I'm right on time. Today, Aaliyah, Inez, Ron, Ty, Katori, Erica, Jen, Cartier, whoever else on this month. Today, put a step, one step, towards the thing you want out of your life. Now, some of us gonna say, I've been doing it every day. Go faster than that. If you've been doing 5 steps, do 6. Just do a extra step towards the things you want out of life. My point is, let's stop boxing ourselves in and then get frustrated on why no harvest has come. My people with seeds and offering to give, at a church, or some of us don't even go to church. I ain't even on that. Sow into something else, right? Right? If you got an idea, yo, start putting that thing out. It might flop, but at least it's out. At least your gift, your attitude, your assignment might spark somebody else's. That might be the blessing in it. Yeah, the guy with the hidden title, I could have used that one, right? Some of us got some real life frustration in our life, and it's because of something else that we not doing. Yes, yes. Harvey G, you made it on a Tuesday. What up, boy? All right. Father God, thank you so much for allowing me to give this word this morning, God. I hope it either entertained somebody, motivated somebody, inspired somebody, transformed somebody, woke us up in some kind of way, God, that you've given each and every one of us a gift to give back to the world, not just to harvest for ourselves, God, before the world, God. I just ask God that right now that this word actually moves somebody to move forward. Bless the people that are on it, God. Bless this platform. Bless the days that we walk into any area and show your light as we walk. God, we say these things in the name of Jesus. Amen. Microphones open. Microphones open. Microphones open.
What was the topic that I missed?
This the real reason you frustrated, my boy. Y'all know I got a lot of frat brothers stop through here. That is Armand is my real life line brother, my link. He was linked to me. Well, I was
Yeah,
linked to
you
him.
go through a lot of changes in life.
Yeah, man. We've been rocking since day one. But yeah, man, the reason why people are frustrated is a lot of things that make your pet peeve. Dean, that's Curtis's Dean. All right.
Yeah, I could have a lot of struggles, man. We have to just continue to be consistent in everything we do and persevere and remain faithful.
Man, that consistency is a real word because, like I was just saying at the end of that, a lot of us will give up when we
But
try something that
and when
don't like that.
right, and when consistency is not there, you got to be disciplined to keep going.
Man, whole word. Microphones open. Microphones open. Real reason we be frustrated
Are you frustrated with anything
right now.
or
Yeah,
anything? Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. I'm frustrated right now. I got an amazing, and y'all can jump in anywhere you want to. I got an amazing job, right? But I got a great assignment that I'm not putting 100% in because of my job. This is why I talk about fear a lot for us. And I don't know when you got on here, but if I'm using me right now, anybody on here, feel free to use you, right? A lot of the stuff that I might say, right? And y'all know the devotion really, my devotion, I'm just giving you my devotion. But we could all say stuff like, right? I gotta do this in order to protect them. This, I'm working this hard for them, right? But then you have a real gift that a real life will open up everything for everybody. And so we kind of box ourselves in. So if you asking me some of the things that I'm frustrated in my life is, yo, that's why I get tired. I really want to be like her and jump off the porch, right? And we have to work our way through some of that fear. But yeah, that's one of the things I'm frustrated with in life. I got amazing studios. I got a national radio show. It's funny, I was at a meeting the other day and I was just telling one of the clients, man, I got a national radio show that I touch one day a week. Harvey can attest. Harvey, how many days we do Blessed Bees? How many days we do Blessed Bees? All right.
You're just one
We just do it one day a week. Imagine if
every day.
if we jumped off the porch and did it 6 days, 7 days a week, like I do a job, the one that paid me enough to take care of it. Well, imagine, right? Right?
Just
You
pray
get
on it.
I,
and Phil,
I
Phil,
imagine.
what city are you in, Phil? What city are you in?
Hey, good morning, Marcus. I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
One day a week.
Yeah, man.
On Friday nights.
Yeah. It's
Right?
awesome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Anybody else got some frustration in their life? Thank you, Armand. Anybody else frustrated about anything?
How can I help you ease your frustration to where it's pure joy and happiness?
That's a good question. Anybody? Anybody?